Hey, this is Sandy from our Tennessee Homestead. Today I wanted to just do a video to show you about the making of a loofah sponge. Yep, those loofah sponges that you use in your bathtub that are actually a type of squash. And so I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we got. Okay, so loofah grows on a vine. It's a type of a squash. And they get really long. And this one was picked too early. It was an experiment to see if I could get it to dry out in the house, and so far it hasn't really dried out. I'm going to try to put it in the, maybe in the dehydrator and see if that'll work. This is a loofah that was dried on the vine. You can see when you peel it, it's brown, and I'll be right back. Inside of the loofah, when it's dried out, you'll see that there are channels that go all the way through it. There's also seeds, and this is really dried. So they come out that color. So in order to turn them into a bath sponge, they bleach them. Some of them they bleach longer than others. I had this sitting in some bleach water in a bowl in my sink. Now what I'll need to do with this one, I didn't get the seeds out because I didn't cut it down in shorter pieces. So give me just a second. Okay, so inside you can see some seeds. I'll have to reach in there with something and get them out. I don't know if they normally fall out. This was the first one that I've done, but you can look down through the end and you can see it. But this is actually what people buy in the store and use as a bath sponge to scrub themselves. So, as I've mentioned in another video, when the loofah is much smaller than this, you can actually eat them. You can eat them like a zucchini. When they're like no bigger around than like that, I guess, when you try to bend them and they actually bend and don't break, they're still edible. And we have done that with one. We were trying to let all of ours actually mature, dry out on the vine so that we could have a farm product to sell. So I'm not sure. The vines were killed by the recent freeze that we had. I'm not sure how the loofah are doing. I didn't check them yesterday. But anyway, so that is that's where your loofah bath sponge comes. I just thought you might think that that's interesting. As a vine, they are a pretty vine, and ours grew very prolifically. It just took longer for them to start fruiting. So I think I would have planted it earlier in the season, like at the the end of spring, maybe April, because we have a bunch. This is October 24th when I'm filming this, and we still had a lot of them that were not ripe yet. So anyway, if you would go ahead and hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, share this if you think somebody else would be interested, and we'll see you next time on our Tennessee Homestead. Thanks. Bye.